Climate change is the critical issue of our time, and we are at a defining moment. From shifting weather patterns to rising sea levels, the impacts of climate change are global in scope and unprecedented in scale. As the world's largest archipelago, Indonesia is among the regions that are highly susceptible to climate change. The nation's vulnerability is not only limited to physical and environmental threats, but also its socioeconomic conditions. To reduce the drivers and impact of climate change, Indonesia has set out an ambitious greenhouse gas emissions reduction target of 29% independently and up to 41% with international assistance by 2030. However, to achieve this target, a great challenge lies in the gap between the availability of national financial resources and the financing needs, which is estimated to reach $247 billion, indicating that the reliance on the national budget alone will not be sufficient. Leveraging untapped financial resources and innovative financing thus becomes urgent to close the gap and to accelerate progress towards sustainable development goals. Fortunately, successful stories are emerging from around the world, including Indonesia. Since 2014, the Government of Indonesia, with the support from the United Nations Development Program, has developed and implemented climate budget tagging as a tool to identify, monitor, and track government spending related to climate change mitigation and adaptation efforts. Building on this initial work, in 2018, the Government of Indonesia successfully issued the world's first sovereign global Green Sukuk, a Sharia-compliant bond which proceeds exclusively used to finance and refinance government's green projects. This $1.25 billion issuance reached a broad range of investors, including conventional, Islamic, and green investors, and was oversubscribed by 2.5 times, signaling the growing market demand for sustainable and responsible investment. Following this success, the Government of Indonesia issued its second global Green Sukuk in 2019, its third in 2020, and its fourth in 2021. The four global issuances raised a total of $3.5 billion and received multiple international recognitions. To further expand the domestic investor base and strengthen Indonesia's Sharia financial market, in November 2019, the government issued the world's first retail Green Sukuk. Being offered online, the issuance attracted over 7.5 thousand Indonesian investors, of which the majority are millennials. This success is continued with the second retail Green Sukuk issuance in 2020, further advancing financial inclusion and awareness on green and sustainable investing in the country. Indonesia's Green Sukuk refers to the Republic of Indonesia Green Bond and Green Sukuk Framework, which covers the 9 green sectors that are eligible to be financed and/or refinanced by the instrument. The 2018, 2019, and 2020 Global Green Sukuk issuance, which finance and refinance projects under 5 eligible green sectors located in all provinces across Indonesia, are projected to contribute towards reducing up to 10.4 million tons of carbon emissions. Over 690 kilometers of railway constructed, 7.3 million kilowatt hours of additional electricity capacity generated, and over 7 million households benefiting from the improved waste management. These are some of the other contributions from the Green Sukuk projects, supporting the achievement of sustainable development goals. These contributions are highlighted in the Green Sukuk Allocation and Impact Report, which allows the public to see that the Green Sukuk proceeds are indeed directed to the right investments and delivering on the country's climate response. Indonesia's Green Sukuk becomes an excellent example of the pioneering role of governments in leveraging private finance to accelerate progress towards green and sustainable development. It has allowed various stakeholders to collaborate in tackling climate change, working hand in hand to build a safer and sustainable world for future generations.